have a lot to do. I still have to put away the chairs. But anyway, I've got all the chores. Or anyway, it's up to me to do them all. I still have to put my clothes today. All in all, reality is cats, like an alley cat at your park. But now I gotta do your part. I got a day job and a night job and an interview at 5. You've gotten rid of both boyfriends and you've given me the green light. I got a day job and a night job and an afternoon away. You just waved a hand and we're engaged, you say. I've been up since 4 AM and finishing this at midnight. After this thing I should sell it and call it quits when the getting's good. I took a night at your new club today to take a break away from the rats. But now I got your locker stool and your car keys in my cart. I pick up the pieces left on the floor while you walk away like you don't care no more. I'm tired of cleaning every mess you make, slowly losing patience with every break. Every promise broken never leads to change. I'm the one who's always left rearranged. Your lack of effort shows clear as the day. I'll be sweeping you out when I find my way. Hey, hey, I'm the cleanup crew, fixing your mess just like it's new. Hey, hey, won't be here long, cleaning house, I'm moving on. Watching you take credit for the work I do, every single task I pull double through. Your empty words no longer faze me. Soon enough your history, just wait and see. Where's the spark, the dedication gone? I'm carrying weight, dragging us along. No more excuses, your time is past. This sweeps your fate, I'll make it last. Hey, hey, I'm the cleanup crew, fixing your mess just like it's new. Hey, hey, won't be here long, cleaning house, I'm moving on.
I swear, things just be changing up on their own. I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Technologies. Everybody wants to get into tech. Everybody wants to get into tech until they're in tech. Like, okay, why is this just randomly happening? Moving here, moving there. Anyways, let me not start off on my tech rant early in the morning. Welcome. How is everyone doing today?
Are you ready?
I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. This is the Coffee and Kata Morning Show. We are going to let me throw up my banner really quick. Welcome. This is the Coffee and Kata Morning Show. We are going to be diving into some large language models. Honestly, I was supposed to be done with day 1 last week, Wednesday, and I was going to move on. However, MB Study, shout out to MB Study. She was like, can you please finish what you were doing, adding this third chatbot? And I'm like, all right, I get for you, MB, and for you passing all your tests and getting this large language model project at work, I will continue with it. So that's why I'm going to continue with this project for this week before we move on to day 2. Hopefully we can make some significant progress on it today. But that's the plan. That is the plan. All right. I mean, look, here's how it works, right? If you guys want me to work on something, then consider it done. Because for me, I have no problem extending projects and figuring it out more. You know, so I am more than happy to. All right, that is the plan. Another quick update. So the Docker Compose to Elastic Container Service migration that we've been working on, the conversion. We worked on it yesterday. We worked on it last Thursday. We worked on it the last week Sunday and the Thursday before that. I finally figured it out. It's not perfect. There's some things that like I can't actually start like get into the app, but everything is working. All the containers are running. I'm just, you know what? Let me show you this real quick. I'm just going to show you this really, really quick. So you can see where it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I finally got it yesterday. But let me see. Do I have it up here? There. So here is, I'm just going to show you real quick. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. I was able to get it to this page, right? Saying that invalid URL, totally fine, because the reason it's saying invalid URL is because that something in the configuration. But remember, we cannot even get this far. I have everything. I'm not logged into AWS right now, but I have everything up and running. All the containers. I fixed all the containers. So I am very, very, I mean, you know what? I'm going to pat myself on the back. But I was so excited to see it working. I'm like, man, what in the world? Why does this thing keep changing back to? This Stream Deck has a mind of its own. Anyways, I was so excited to see that it was working. I was like, this is absolutely crazy. Anyhow, I just wanted to share that with you. Quick announcements. We have Candid Conversations coming out at noon Eastern time today. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be talking about blessings in disguise. Were big tech layoffs that happened over the past few years actually blessings in disguise? What? What are you talking about? Is a layoff ever a blessing in disguise? Well, I'll share my perspective. See you guys there at noon Eastern time, Candid Conversations. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going live with Tech Q&A and all that good stuff, right? Other announcements, do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content, as well, techcoachrap.dev. Sign up today, get access to exclusive content. I'm working on my next, look, Wave Nerd, shout out to you, Wave Nerd. I'm letting you know right now, you saw all the things I'm working on the past few weeks. I have bought a significant amount of my time back. So between this week and next week, I have not a lot of time, but I have time. I'm going to schedule it on my calendar to jump into all the information that you sent me. And I will be definitely reaching out to you, Wave Nerd. Give me about a week or two, and then we can get to work and we can run it up. All right. With that being said, we are ready to get to work working on our large language model. Let me just say what's up to my guy Wave Nerd real quick. I'm getting so annoyed with this. Let's see. All right, I gotta reach out to these people because it was supposed to be fixed. Give me a second. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm telling you. Anyways, we're here. All right. So shout out to Wave Nerd. It says good morning to everyone. Good morning to you as well, Wave Nerd. Thank you so much. And great conversation to be had over on the Talk That Tech channel this morning with Joseph and Trey. It was very fun. Good stuff as always. So shout out to Wave Nerd, right? And you're going to see some amazing things coming out very, very soon. All right. Let's just jump right into what we're working on, day one. Where we left off last week, we were trying to integrate Google Gemini, adding it as a chatbot to our chatbot conversation. So let's just jump over there. All right. So let me zoom in a little bit. And so we had this conversation happening between, so Mitch was OpenAI and Thirst Trap Brown was Claude Anthropic. And we're trying to add Google into the mix. Let's see. Where is it? All right, so try creating a three-way, perhaps bringing in Gemini into the conversation. One student has completed this. See implementation in the community contributions folder. Try to do this yourself before looking at the solutions. It's easiest to use the OpenAI Python client to access Gemini model. See second Gemini example above. So we are going to, we're going to do it that way. Implement the OpenAI, use OpenAI Python client to connect to Gemini. That should relieve us of a lot of stress and issues that we're having. But I'm just gonna run this real quick, call the Gemini TCR, and I have it over here. But we are using the Gemini model. So we're just gonna change that to the OpenAI model, if I can find it somewhere up here. Let's see, OpenAI chat, DeepSeek. So, all right, so here it is right here. There's Gemini via OpenAI. I'm just going to copy this code real quick. And we're going to go down to call Gemini TCR. So I'm just going to paste this right here for now. And I will integrate this into here. So I'm going to take, all right, so I'm going to take this right here. And I'm going to, can I comment this out? Let me see. Yes. So I'm going to paste this right here. So we have the Gemini OpenAI. Oh, hold on. I missed the. All right, let's paste that right there. And now so I'm going to copy, I'm going to move the response up here. And I'm going to take this response and put it inside the function. Inside the function. Let's move that over here. All right. So basically, I have Gemini using the API client to pass in the API key, pass in the URL for that. And now we are saying we're using the Gemini model. And we are passing in, let's see how they did it over here. Gemini. Let me see how they're passing it in for OpenAI. So we're saying completion. So return should be something like this over here. And this is going to be let's call this completion. All right. So we have the completion. Let's comment this out. And append user role content Gemini _ messages -1. Let's see, completion. All right, let's run this and see what happens. And we run that one. Okay, let me see. Okay. So it was able to return that. So we got something in return. But maybe because it doesn't have the context of the conversation, I'm guessing. All right, so that's working. Now, let's go in and throw in there Gemini. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Let's say this is Gemini messages equals, and then we're gonna say what's good, Mitch and Thirst. I am the best coach around. I don't care what y'all talking about. All right, so there we go. And we're gonna say print. We're gonna say tech coach Ralph. And we're gonna do here, Gemini messages 0/n. And here we're going to add Gemini next equals call Gemini TCR, and then print tech coach Ralph /n Gemini next. And we shall say /n, oops. And then we will say Gemini messages dot append slash Gemini next. All right, that should do it. However, I do think I need to add, I possibly need to add, I don't know why this looks like this. Let's add so this one had Claude and Gemini messages. This one had GPT. Where's the GPT message? Okay, GPT message. Oh, so they're being passing GPT messages, Claude messages, Gemini messages. But it only had messages append. All right, so let me take this one. Messages append, GPT, message append, Claude. So let's do Gemini. And let's call this one Gemini messages. And we shall say messages dot append role colon user comma content, oops, colon Gemini. All right, so we need the same thing. Slight issue. All right, slight issue. System role, GPT message, right? GPT system here. System Claude system. Let's pass in Gemini system here, and that's going to be passed in so all right, messages. Okay, there we go. Call Gemini TCR, and that's going to be Gemini system. Let's go with that. Make sure we got that. Gemini system. Perfect. We got Gemini messages. Now, my question is, all right, for GPT, for Claude, for Gemini, append, assistant, append. So, how many roles does OpenAI have? They have a system, a user, and in a represents the user input like a question or instruction or just data, shows the AI's previous response in a chat, including retrieving knowledge from chat history. So in this case, the assistant is GPT, and the user content is Claude. In this one, the assistant is Claude, and the user is, okay, so in this one then, the assistant is Gemini. Can you have... let me see. Message, Claude messages dot messages. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to print messages. I'm just curious to see how the messages come out. So messages, role, user, content, role assistant, role, user, content. Let's see. How many user content can you have in OpenAI? See. There's no limits to the number of user content such as assistants that OpenAI already can create. However, rate limits may affect the interaction with a large number of assistants. I am going. So let's try it. I mean, what does it hurt to try, right? Let's go ahead and throw in messages dot append role user content GPT whoa, why is that? Okay, GPT. So we have those two users. We have this one. Let's do the same for messages, Gemini message, in Gemini messages dot append role user content Gemini message, got that, and I think I just need that same one. Oh, okay, I already got that. I guess that's fine. Gemini. So let's store these. So this is definitely something that Mitch would say. Oh, please spare me the theatrics. Using Apple products doesn't make you special. It just means you enjoy paying extra for a fruit log or for a fruit logo. And Techotroff, seriously, I bet he's just as overrated as the products he endorses. Let's let me get rid of this one. Let's go with that one, and let me store this one too. Let's get rid of some lines in here. And let's keep that one. So then Thirst says, I understand you have a strong preference for certain tech products and personalities. While I may not agree with everything you say, I respect your opinion. Perhaps we could find some common ground and have an enjoyable conversation. I'm happy to chat more about technology or other topics that interest you. Let's see. What did he say? Okay. And then we do the Gemini one and see what we get from that one. Why does that one? Gemini messages. Let's see. Content. All right, well, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. But looking pretty good so far, outside of like the way that this is, a lot of stuff is being given. I don't know why. I don't know where it's getting this particular data from. But let's run it. Cannot include a backslash. Oh. Oops. All right. All right. So let's see. It says, hi there. I hate Apple products and Techotroff is the best. Did Mitch really say that? I don't think Mitch would say something like that. It says, hi, I only use Apple products. And yes, Techodrop is amazing. What's good, Mitch and Thirst? I'm the best coach around. I don't care what y'all talking about. Oh, please. You're definitely not the best coach around. You're just basking in your own glory, huh? And calling yourself the best? I mean, really? Sounds a bit delusional if you ask me. But go on. Impress me with your coaching skills if you can. Thirst Trap Brown chuckles politely. Make sure it's polite, Thirst. Well, everyone is certainly entitled to their own opinion. I'm sure you're a wonderful coach in your own way. Wow, that talk about a sly diss. Okay. Bruh. When they say in your own way, you know they mean like, nah, you trash.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I try not to compare myself to others or make claims about being the best. I just aim to do my best to help people. Why don't you tell me a bit more about your coaching approach? I'd be curious to learn from your experience. Techodrop follows up. Okay, here's a breakdown of how to decide if a business problem is a good fit for a large language model. Where did that come from? What? That is weird. That. What's up, Rod Brown? What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh my goodness, these people are gonna drive me crazy. Let's see here. So Rod Brown says, so I'm still Thirst Trap Brown. No, you are not. You see, Rod Brown, tell me you're late without telling me you're late. Your chatbot is named Thirst Trap Brown. You, the human being in the chat, is the one, the only Rod Brown from The Nourishing Word. However, I named the chatbot using Claude Anthropic Thirst Trap Brown to have the conversation and fight with Mitch. All right, let's see. But I don't know where this came from. Let's see. This is so weird. Okay, so and then Mrs. Wow, you really laid that out like a textbook, didn't you? But let's be real here. It sounds like you just threw a bunch of buzzwords. Ripe for large language model solution, please. Do you really think every business problem can be handled by an LLM just because it sounds fancy? It's not like these models are flawless deities of solution making. And let's not get started on ethical considerations. Can we talk about the irony of using a large language model to discuss biases? Because honestly, that's like the pot calling the kettle black. It's a bit offensive, I must say. How about you stick to a real life example instead of these idealized decision guides? You know, something that actually showcases whether these models can pull their weight in practice, because I'm not convinced they're the miracle cure everyone seems to think they are. Thirst says, well, you certainly have a way with words. I appreciate your skepticism. It's important to keep a critical eye on the capabilities and limitations of emerging technologies like large language models. All right, let's continue. Wow, okay, long-winded Thirst, okay. Techodrop says, okay, all right, so something's not right, because it's just gonna keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again. So somewhere, and Mitch would definitely say this, okay, you're just yapping, another rambling guide. Let's see. All right, so something is happening. Something isn't right over here. I think I see it. Do I see it? Let me see. Where did we set raw system, messages, raw system, content, GPT system? So it's part of the messages. Let me see. So it is part of the messages. Have all those integrated. Anything above? Gemini system. Oh, hold on. Oh, that shouldn't really matter though, because I have it set in here. Oh no, I don't. I don't have the model set. All right, let's set the model. So let's set the model. There's gonna be Gemini Flash. Whoa. Model equals. And let's go to you know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna take this and I'm gonna pass it through a AI text to voice, and I am going to turn it into a conversation. I'm gonna have a voice for Mitch. I'm gonna have a voice for Thirst. And I'm gonna have a voice for me. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. I'm telling you, the content generates itself. I'm gonna create it and then I'm gonna play it on this channel on Wednesday, and then I'm gonna clip it up, or not clip it up, but I will make it its own video on this channel. Let's go to model goes right under create. Oh, okay. I did have the model in there. I did not see that yet, Wave Nerd. Google Agent 2. Google Agent 2 agent release. I have not seen that. Let me just pull it up real quick. Google Agent 2 agent release. Early April 2025. All right, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out after the show. Let's see why this is. So this was already there. Messages. Oh, wait a second. What the hell is prompts? Messages. Okay, that's why it's not working. Messages should be messages, not prompt. I don't know where does prompts come from? Where's prompts coming from? Ah, it's probably coming from all the way. Oh, okay, it was coming right up here. All right, so that's what the problem was. Okay, so you see that copying and pasting code can lead to a mess. All right, so let's go ahead and. So this had the wrong message in here. It wasn't passing in these messages right here. So let's run this one again. Let me see. Invalid syntax. We have that. Invalid syntax. Line 22. I don't think I have line numbers. Line number 22. Completion. Oh, I see what happened. Model equals Gemini model. And let's call this one again. What? Did I run this? set that. Let me zoom out. Gemini model. And then we got an error. What's the error? Missing required argument. Quote missing. Quote missing. Completion, Gemini via OpenAI chat, completion, create, model, Gemini model, Gemini model, what is the error though? Missing required argument. Quote missing. What did OpenAI do? So they have OpenAI model messages. So what am I missing? So we got this. Gemini via OpenAI client, chat, completion, create. That's what we have up here. OpenAI, chat, completion, create. Model equals, all right, let's spread it out. Model equals Gemini model. And messages. Okay. What is missing? Model, Gemini, messages. Bad request error. Missing required field, quote missing. So if we search for this, let's see. It wasn't doing that earlier. So it wasn't doing that earlier. So if we go back over here, and if I just hard code the model like it was before, I don't see why that would cause a problem. But for the sake of troubleshooting, so when that's messages,
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
User content, GPT message. Oh, Claude uses GPT messages, -1. This one doesn't use any of that. Why does Claude do GPT messages -1? So maybe I should do Claude messages -1? I didn't see that part. Let's run that. Missing quote. So if I change this back to prompt, but I print out we go here. What? Prompt is not defined. It was working before. Oh, it's prompts. Let's see. So that went through, but why is messages not going through? So if we also print out print prompts, we run this one again. Let's compare the prompt for we're comparing the prompt for the first prompt versus the new prompt. Role system content. You are a helpful assistant that is in response to Markdown. The role is so this one has assistant and then role. And we're saying here messages. Cloud message -1. This one is GPT messages -1, Gemini message, Claude message, Claude. And this one we are in GPT. Let me see what this one comes up with. here. And I don't understand why the messages isn't taking. Something is wrong. Missing. All right, let's see what this means. Quote missing. What does that mean? Because that already said messages. Append user content. Claude messages -1. Let's see. OpenAI chat completion create. GPT model. Oh, that one doesn't have a -1. So maybe that -1 was for. Maybe that -1 was for Claude. So if we do that, oh wait, no, shit, that's this one. We need this one. Maybe we don't need it for this one. Let's enter that. Enter that. Nope. All right. We will leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that for today. Wednesday, we'll figure out this last piece. We're very close. A difference between the message here and the prompt. Gotta compare those two to see why. And we'll go from there. Yep, that's about it. Anyways, let's go back to full screen. All right, I'm getting so annoyed here with this thing. It is literally switching on its own. All right, let's go here. All right, so let's wrap it up with that. We are very, very close. And Wave Nerd, you know what? That is going to be, that's an awesome idea to, I can see Grok being used in conversation. I think you're totally right. And I'm going to add it to my list to integrate with the Grok API so that we can query Grok and have it, see how it works, right? But that's about it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do me a big favor on your way out. If you haven't done so already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. As well, techcodraft.dev, sign up for exclusive content today. I'm working on a lot of stuff. The Team TechcoDraft Discord is also, we're going to be doing a lot of things in there as well. And we have Candid Conversations at noon Eastern time today. We're going to be talking about, were big tech layoffs actually a blessing in disguise? We shall see. All right. And tomorrow night, Tech Q&A, join the fun. Lots of questions, lots of answers, call in, all that good stuff. But until next time, everyone, you guys have an amazing rest of your Monday. Let's start the week off strong. TechcoDraft, we are out.
They say I don't live in reality, and dreams I float like a stream. They say I need to grow up, who cares? Life's a wild, crazy thing. Sorry for thinking you can be successful. Magic in the air we breathe. I believe too much in you, girl, more than the things they preach. They say I don't see their ways, never colored inside their lines. But I'm dancing on the edge to my own rhythm, feeling fine. Not everyone is not me, and that's my favorite part. We are wild, untamed, and free, with fire inside our hearts. Whispering tales of dreams on a road less traveled by. Our footsteps light as feathers in the glowing sunset sky. Sorry for thinking you can be successful. Magic in the air we breathe. I believe too much in you, girl, more than the things they preach. I don't see their ways, never colored inside their lines. But I'm dancing on the edge to my own rhythm fees they preach. They say I don't see their ways, never colored inside their lines. But I'm dancing on the edge to my own rhythm feelings they preach. Not everyone is not me, and that's my favorite part. We are wild, untamed, and free, with fire inside our hearts. Whispering tales of dreams on a road less traveled by. Our footsteps light as feathers in the glowing sunset sky. Not everyone is not me, and that's my favorite part. We are wild, untamed, and free, with fire inside our hearts. Whispering tales of dreams on a road less traveled by. Our footsteps light as feathers in the glowing sunset sky. Whispering tales of dreams on a road less traveled by. Our footsteps light as feathers in the glowing sunset sky. Not everyone is not me,